Our next guest is known as the reigning king of prank calls, and over the years, he's made a serious name for himself, yanking people's chains.
Here to tell us about his role on TBS's sitcom Sullivan Son and the show's upcoming comedy tour and the key to a killer prank call is Roy Wood Jr.
All right.
Welcome, Roy.
To the show.
Well, thank you for having me.
Oh, it's so serious.
This is my serious anchor.
Never seen you
This
that
is how you know it's for real when the anchor do this.
Lean in.
Listen.
There we go.
Everything's serious. No, thank you all for having me, man. I appreciate it. Thank you for the compliment. I don't consider myself king of no prank phone call. I'm just another dude doing them, man. Ricky Smiley, Nephew Tommy, so many good ones out there, man. So I don't want to. That's me keeping the Twitter haters.
Got to be
from
PC,
jumping around.
right?
That's just what that was, real quick. Just nullify that, nip that in the bud.
Okay, we shut it down. All right. Well, Entertainment Weekly described your style of comedy as, quote, charismatic crankiness. Do you agree with that assessment of your work?
If they think I'm charismatic, fine. I'm definitely cranky. I just get upset about little stuff. Like, everybody takes time to get mad about the bigger things in life, but I get mad about small things. Like, if you notice, like, a small soda at the movies is like $10.
Thank you.
But nobody talks about it. They'd rather have you talking about gas. That's the hustle. $3 for gas, $4 a gallon for gas. It's soda. It'd be cheaper to drink a gallon of gas. You would be better off going to the movies and just sipping a 89 octane. You'd die, but you'd save $6.
There you go. It's all about saving a few bucks.
That's the stuff they distract us from, man. I'm
glad you're bringing light to all this truth.
That's what I'm here for.
Breaking it down.
Well, you also have to break down the show Sullivan and Son. I mean, this is like a modern day Cheers.
That's
what is it like to film in a bar every day?
It's amazing.
And are you drinking on set?
No, it's fake beer. It's O'Doul's.
No,
unless you
what is it?
in. O'Doul's, non-alcoholic beer. I drink ginger ale because, just fake beer. I just feel like I'm lying to my liver, and I don't want to do that.
Don't lie to the liver.
Me and my liver got a good relationship up until this point.
Gotta keep it honest with the
drinking
liver.
my liver with fake beer. But executive producer Vince Vaughn, he put the show together, and comedian Steve Byrne is at the helm of it, and it's just a multi-ethnic show about friends in a neighborhood helping solve each other's problems while creating new problems in the process. And TBS has been very gracious to us, and we're back for a third season. We premiered June 24th at 10/9 Central, so it's been lovely.
And you're going on tour as well?
Yeah, we do a comedy tour as well because we're one of the few shows that's out right now. There's a few more happening now, but we're one of the few shows with a lot of stand-up comedians on the show. So what better way to promote the show and go out and kiss babies and touch the public and tell jokes and do what we already do than to do a comedy tour. And so myself, Steve Byrne, Owen Benjamin, and Ahmed, we all go out. And we're doing about a 30-city tour this summer.
Wow, 30 cities.
Yeah, we're hustling, baby. We got to get money.
Yeah,
right.
That's no joke.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
Since you work with so many comedians, what's it like on set? Are you guys always trying to one-up each other, crack each other up? Who can tell the funniest joke? What?
There's some sense of cracking on each other, but we have a lot of vets on our show, too. Our show is not just all young. We also have Dan Lauria, who you may remember, he was the father on The Wonder Years.
Right.
We have Brian Doyle Murray, who was in all the Caddyshack films back in the day, and Christina Ebersol. So it's like we'll be goofing off and joking, and Dan Lauria come in. You feel like you're his real daddy. Like he stop it. And you're like, okay, yes, father,
Okay,
we will stop it. It's like he literally got that look like he gonna take the belt off at any moment and just get to swinging on people on set.
Yeah.
And he just.
That's all you need to look.
That's it. And he shuts
Just
it down.
the right eyebrow, and then you're good to go, right? Yeah.
But yeah, it's been a great opportunity to be a part of it and work with a wonderful cast and be at a great network. And hats off to Vince Vaughn as well, because he's on set, he's there, he's hands-on.
Really?
He's not somebody who just puts his name on something and jets off to do something. He structures his film schedule around our production to make sure he's there, tightening up the scripts, tightening up the bolts on our performances, and it's been wonderful.
And let's talk about your transition from radio to television. What made you decide to make that leap?
I got fired in radio.
Oh.
So that was
that
I call that a forced transition. Well, I'd been doing stand-up comedy the entire time. And so I was blessed at the same time concurrently to co-host a morning show back home in Birmingham. And I eventually worked my way up to show host. But I always knew, as much as I loved radio and I loved doing the pranks, there was always a part of me that wanted to do more to build my stand-up. And, acting is a very effective way of doing that. And what I play on the show isn't that far of a departure from myself. The only difference being I'm single, my character's married, but I'm definitely stressed out and I like to drink. So I think that's, right on par. So the opportunity for Sullivan and Son, I got cast on the show.
Wait, why'd you get fired?
Listen, the prank calls, they be edgy. Okay, and I get into arguments with the suit. So, and a lot of it's on. You can listen to one of them. I got fired from the same radio station twice.
So
Why'd you get fired the first time, and
Prank
why'd
calls.
they rehire you?
Because I was good. You got to come back. You try to replace me. You be like, we sorry, and then I do the same thing, just like a black. So, I did a prank call one time. This is a true story. Don't judge me, because
We would never do that.
you're liars. I called a cruise ship company. I told them my granddaddy left his wallet on the slave ship when he came from Africa, and I need them to check lost and found. Just check up front. And that's not why I got in trouble. I know it's horrible. I got in trouble because the lady on the phone tried to help me find the ship. Just hang up in my face, lady. You don't try to. She was at the keyboard. You can YouTube this. Wallet on the slave ship. There's a lady. At the key, that's what it's called on YouTube.
And you got fired for that.
Well, why did you get fired?
Right, it's not your fault.
Why didn't she get fired for
Because
being
that's
stupid?
the wrong thing to do during Black History Month. That's just not.
See,
You
it's
left
Black
that part
History Month.
out.
That's just not tasteful.
28 days you had to pick one of those.
Yeah, I picked the wrong month to do the prank, and so we had a meeting,
Why
and
did
then
you do it in April?
Because I do it when the spirit hits me.
Okay, so help me out here. What is the key to making a great prank call without getting fired?
I think it's conflict. I think it's just finding something. You know, a lot of people that dig for my stuff online, and it's weird, you know, because the pranks I never really put out nationally. I never really thought of that as something that would catch on kind of in an underground capacity. I'm a comedian, I'm a radio host, radio host. I put my pranks online as a way for local listeners in Birmingham to get access to the pranks they missed that day.
Okay.
They took the links, passed them around. And this is 10, 12 years ago when going viral was in an email forward. You were in someone's email attachment. Yeah. But that's what helped me get traction with it. And I noticed the ones that always did well were the ones where I'm arguing with someone. You owe me, you better pay me, I hate your child, I hate your significant other. Just that type of stuff instantly creates conflict. It's either that or an impossible request. I called a strip club one time and I told them I left my Bible by the stage and if they could go check. Because I needed him to get my Bible because that was my mama.
And what happened? Did they go check?
Yeah, he went and checked.
He was used to it? Wait a minute now. Opening up a scandal here. So your comedy and your prank reached over 40 stations when you were on the radio. Why do you think people love them so much? You know, we know why and which pranks, but why they love them so much?
And why do people like hearing other people humiliated in that way?
Well, why do we like watching Punk'd or any other hidden camera show where people get tricked into stuff? Because it's funny and amusing to see someone forced out of their comfort zone.
Okay.
So radio is just an audible version of any prank show that's on the air right now on cable. It's the exact same concept. It's just audible instead of visual. And I think that's always been a common denominator for us, is that no matter what your race or background, whatever, it's always funny to see someone else get the pie in the face.
What type of child were you?
I was weird. I talked to myself. I had a pet guinea pig named Keith.
Keith. A guinea pig named Keith.
Keith.
Okay.
Listen.
I'm not even going to ask why. Continue with the story.
I don't know why. I can't even give you a reason.
Who wouldn't know why? Right.
It just seemed like a cool name.
So
for
why
a
didn't
guinea
you
pig.
talk to Keith instead of yourself? Why were you talking to yourself?
Well, because Keith died, and so between guinea pigs, well, that's before Joel. I went and got another one named Joel. I had Keith and Joel. These were my two guinea pigs. But yeah, I played sports, and that's kind of where the sense of humor came from. I rode the bench in baseball from like the third grade through college at Florida A&M. I rode the bench, and that gives you plenty of time to think and crack on people.
That's true.
And say evil things about opposing teammates, and that's kind of where.
And here you are today.
Yeah,
that's all right.
Okay.
Got fired.
You're not riding the bench anymore.
I'm all right.
All
You're in the
right.
starting lineup now.
Yeah,
all right.
good
Check
times,
you out
man. It's
on
definitely
Sullivan
a
and
blessing.
Son.
It's
Sullivan
definitely a
and
blessing.
Son.
We're Tuesdays on TBS, 10, 9 Central.
All right, we're there.
Thank you so much. And you're watching Arise Entertainment 360.